Hey, it's Russ, and today I'm going to talk about a French lace hair system and what I think of it. This is my second hair system that I've had, and I'm going to get it changed today. So I want to give you a review of what I thought of the overall system and some of the issues that I've had with it, so that if you're considering a French lace, what you can expect. The first thing is, it's really comfortable, it's breathable, and you can work out in it, and even when there's some flaws sometimes, no one sees it. In fact, there have been times that I've had little bumps and different things, and there have been no issues, no one's detected it. In fact, with the mesh, because you can see through the mesh and there's actually hairs on the other side of the mesh, it looks like it's part of your scalp. The first system that I had was a custom system, which was the hybrid between the skin and the mesh. And I'll be honest, I did prefer that better because there have been a few issues that I've had with the mesh system. And one of those has been specifically because I've been trying to lose weight, and I've been going to the gym almost every day. And I'm trying to burn through at least 500, 700 calories extra a day so I can hit some target caloric goals, so I can lose my last 10 pounds, which I'm doing a video series on that if you're interested, because that's always been an issue. And what's happened is that the hair system, after you get done like doing cardio, lots of cardio, let's say 30 to an hour's worth of cardio, what happens is your head heats up and the glue loosens up. So I was at the gym just a little while ago. I came back, and what happens is that, I don't know if you can see, yep, you can start to see that this becomes loose. Now, because this is the last day I have with this system, they're going to remove it. I'm not going to worry about taping it up or doing anything with it. Actually, what normally happens is once you cool down, your body temperature cools down, the glue turns down, and as long as you tamp it down, it sounds weird to say that, when it's drying, the mesh will stick back to your head because of the adhesive glue. It might be a concern if your hair was shorter, like if I had, or at this time, if I was wearing my hair up, that would be an issue. I probably would want to make sure I have extra time, and yeah. Before going into an office or meeting up with people, so that my body temperature could come down, this could cool down. The other issue that has happened that's a little different from my first hair system was that you do tend to get, as your the mesh, and if you're working out, someone asked about this before, slide. Like, does the hair system slide? Well, the mesh, as it is, let's say, as the glue in your body is warming up and it just becomes a little unsettled or a little looser, it has the potential to move. And what that sort of does over time is that you end up with little rolls. They're not big and they're not detectable, but you can feel them. And I didn't have that with my first system because my front hairline was a skin, and it wasn't an issue. So that's been something, that with the lace it's been a little bit different. I've also noticed that with the lace, I am on my first hair system, I could go in between my repair or my hair care system when they would take it off and replace it, which was 3 weeks. I went the first 4-6 months, I only had one touch-up. However, with the mesh, the French lace mesh, I have been doing at least one touch-up every 3 weeks on my own, which isn't an issue. Basically, I have to, and this is loose because it's warm right now. And again, it helps me show you what I'm looking at and what I'm dealing with, so you can better understand. So I'd have to go in and clean this. You'd clean the glue off. Now again, the glue is going to reset down on my forehead as my body temperature cools down. But I'm going to have it removed today. But you'd have to clean this off, clean the glue off your forehead, use alcohol, make sure it's clean, and then apply the glue in layers, even layers, and then press it down in between. So, I mean, I've been doing that basically once between every touch-up. So that's been 4 times. This has lasted me 3 months. It's still in good shape. I could use it again, but there is another system that has less gray hair, and I was never super fond of the 20% of gray hair that I have here. So this will now be my backup, which I can have. One of the other things that came up is that I seem to lose, when I have the custom hybrid piece, the outline of the hair had a band of skin or silicone that attached to my head. Here, they had to cut out the shape of my head and put it on. And what I've noticed that over time is that I think I've lost more hair out of the system than the last time. So it's still, I mean, you look at it, it's a ton of, I still have a ton of hair. But I'm losing more of it. I'm seeing it in the drain more than what I did before. So it tends to be that if you have a custom one that is to the shape of the bald spot that you're covering on your head and matching up with your hair, you're probably going to have a safe perimeter around the outside, which means that there's less of a chance for the mesh to loosen up towards the edge and allow hairs to come out. It's not a huge deal because I have still have a lot of hair on my head, and I'm sure that this hair piece, French piece, could last me another probably 2 more times, probably to 4, maybe even 4.5 months. But I would like to have something as a backup if needed and move on and test this next one, which I think is maybe a Swiss lace. I'll find out today. But it's a new one, so basically I've been pretty pleased with the overall, with the hair of this mesh system. I like the way that it helps cool. I'm working out. It looks good. It feels good. The line is natural. Even if there's a flaw, it is hard to detect and hard to see when there's an issue. Like in my parts and stuff, you can't really, it's hard to see like if there is an issue. So, that is the beauty of mesh. You can see through your scalp, especially if you do a hairline. And so that's the benefit. So overall, it's good. I'm going to give it a rating compared to my first one, which was the skin and mesh. I'm going to give this a 3.75 to 4 out of 5. There's just a few things that I'm not exactly sure why I have to keep repairing it each time. The bumps and stuff bother me. And my first hair system I would probably rate about a 4.5. So there are some issues there, but again, it was my first hair system, so I was getting used to it. Now I do have down the road a new custom one coming. So what I'll try and do is do additional reviews as I test additional hair systems, which I will be. And thank you for watching. To keep up with things that are going on with me and my hair system, or some of the skin stuff that I do, or my weight loss challenge, subscribe below, and thank you for watching. Have a good day.